Hey, how's it going? Alex here from Idea Spot. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to tell you a story today. This is a web development horror story. So if this sounds interesting, make sure you watch this one right to the end. I've also got a channel update at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as well. So let's get started. So this is a really interesting little story I came across recently. This is about a potentially pretty bad client. So this one, it starts where the client explains that their company already has a website, but it's really bad. They couldn't customize it and they wanted me to make a completely new one. So we went over what they have now and what they wanted from the new website. They wanted around 10 web pages, a send message from the site, so just a basic contact form on the site, and they wanted things like Google AdSense. So whatever, that seems pretty normal for a website brief request. And here's where things get really crazy. He starts getting unreasonable, saying he wants me to set up a Google Maps account and he wants them to be the top search result whenever people are searching for a store, despite them not even having a store there. That is ridiculous. And that's not what I do. But the guy is dating my sister. I'm trying to do him a favor. So I said, let's focus on the website and then we can separately talk about the Google Maps thing later. So some pretty huge red flags popping up. Have you ever had something like this? Let me know in the comments if friends or family have asked you something completely unreasonable related to a website. Next, the guy said he got his previous website for $1,500 and he pays $200 a month to manage it, but he wants me to do this for $800 and maybe $50 to $100 a month in management. And he's not going to hire me unless I do the Google Maps thing too. So no, I'm not going to build you a custom website that's better in every way for half the price of your current one. Obviously, he's lowballing on price now. There's weird family interactions with the fact that he's dating his sister. And this Google Maps request is basically impossible to guarantee. So massive red flags popping up everywhere at this point. Now, I know a few of you might actually be watching this and think, wow, $800 for a website, that's not too bad. I could do a website for $800, but you really need to understand that the level of service you're going to be able to offer this client over a long period, that $800 is going to get eaten up very quickly, and it's going to be a very thankless task if you're really lowballing those prices like that. So I'd recommend you develop up your WordPress skills and be able to get higher end clients. So if you don't have the skills, I'll recommend you a really nice Skillshare course that can actually improve your skills in this area. So thanks Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And the class that I like on Skillshare is one called WordPress Academy, Learn WordPress Step by Step by Chris Dixon. This one is 85 lessons, 8.5 hours. So much deeper than the content you'll find on YouTube in this topic. Now, this one really lets you go deep into the back end of WordPress. It teaches you about the PHP behind how WordPress actually works. And you can do customizations, custom themes by following this class. So I've really enjoyed this one. And Skillshare were nice enough to give me my own link in the description. And so the first 1,000 of you guys who use the link get a free 1-month trial for Skillshare. So check that out if you're interested. I want to continue to be my own boss. And so Skillshare is where I can learn freelance tips for starting new side projects, attracting the right clients, and developing a business. Traditional jobs are not one size fits all. So learn how to design a career to fit you. My goals are to improve my skills in web development and to reach new audiences through video. Improving in these areas will give me greater control over my career and creative path. Now, I'm a Skillshare member myself, and one of the classes I've currently been interested in is this one called From Clueless to Content Creator, Make Engaging Videos That Attract an Audience by Aaron Palabiab. This one has been very helpful in terms of how do I make my tutorial videos more engaging and create the most value in the most compact amount of time. I think people have really engaged with this compared to a lot of other tutorials that are waffly and long or don't really deliver the thing that they said they're going to deliver. I make sure all my videos deliver, and my most successful videos are very good examples of that. They've been able to deliver a lot of value in a very streamlined amount of time. So thanks to Skillshare for pointing me in this sort of direction. Again, that free trial link is in the description, but let's get back to our story. So here the story turns around a little bit. So after rejecting his offer and saying I was giving him a discount at $3,000, he got angry and started going off on how web development is easy. He can do it himself. Other services will only charge him $500. I thanked him for his time and encouraged him to give them a try then. So he obviously just rejected this client and said, I'm going to do it for $3,000 or I'm not going to do it. And this guy dating his sister said, okay, don't worry about it. I can probably do it myself or I can find someone way cheaper. And this developer said, fine, you go ahead and do that. I think this is probably the best possible outcome. Even though he made his sister's boyfriend a little bit angry, I think this would have been a very toxic working relationship if it had proceeded. So this is probably the best possible outcome. I don't know if any of you have had this sort of situation where a friend or family member has come to you and got you into a employee-employer relationship and that has ended up badly, or if it's ended up well. I think in my perspective, if I were to come across this situation, I would direct them to someone I could recommend rather than myself. Or if it was something very simple and easy, I just do it for free. So there's no expectation, there's no employee-employer relationship. I might just do it for free if it was a very important relationship that I wanted to make sure I kept healthy. I don't know if it was just a boyfriend. If it was actually like my father-in-law or something, I might end up having to do that for free. But yeah, it can be very tricky when dealing with family and friends. Let me know in the comments how you have dealt with these kind of situations, or if you've got a bad client story that you'd like to share as well. All right, channel update. Thanks for those of you who have stuck around to the end of the video with me here. This has been a little bit different the past couple of weeks, so let me know if you've liked this little bit of content change. Hit that like button. But sorry for the break in posting. I have been a little bit sick, and then I had to go away on a family vacation, so I haven't been able to do a very detailed tutorial for the last couple of weeks. I am going to work on some quite detailed tutorials over the next month or so. So the current ideas I've got in the pipeline, I really want to do a DigitalOcean setup for 2023. I think there isn't really a good one on YouTube at the moment that's up to date. So I really want to cover that, probably with CyberPanel. So let me know if that's one you'd be interested in doing. I also want to do one for OVH Cloud. I've had this in my mind for quite a while to have a look at OVH Cloud. That is a very popular VPS provider as well. I'd also like to look at WP Vivid. So that is a migration, database merging, backup software package for WordPress that I haven't looked at that for a while. And I think the new version is actually quite interesting. So I want to have a look at Vivid. And I also want to do like an Elementor basics tutorial, because I know a lot of you actually are using Elementor and I haven't really used it on the channel much for quite a while. So I want to do an Elementor tutorial as well. So let me know in the comments which one are you more interested in, but I definitely want to get that DigitalOcean one up probably as soon as possible. And also another little point, we turned 4 years old, IdeaSpot, this channel. I've made over 200 uploads last time I checked. So yeah, that's a big milestone for me. I'm really happy with my progress as a YouTuber. I know I'm not a massive YouTuber, but I've quite enjoyed the way things have progressed. So thanks for all of you for sticking with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, come on, hit the subscribe button. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.